Hi, hello and welcome back to F1 Challenge VB. My name is Mephisto and our journey through the history of Formula 1 continues today with the third round of the 1968 season, the Monaco Grand Prix. It was held on the 26th of May. It had 18 entries, 16 of them took part in the race with 11 ending up retiring. The race consisted of 80 laps completed in 2 hours and 32 seconds. Graham Hill started the race from pole with Gavin in second, who retired on lap 4 with a broken half shaft. Joe Siffert started from third but retired on lap 12 with a broken differential. Fourth on the grid was John Surtees, who retired on lap 17 with a broken gearbox. Jock Connerin started from fifth and retired on lap 9 after suffering an accident, and Richard Atwood started the race from sixth. Graham Hill drove superbly all race to win the Monaco Grand Prix from Atwood, who climbed from sixth into second, and he crossed the line in just 2.2 seconds after Hill. Lucien Bianchi climbed from 14th to 3rd, he was 4 laps down. Ludovico Scarfiotti went from 15th to 4th, he was 4 laps down as well. Denny Holm, who started the race from 10th, managed to cross the line in 5th, he was 7 laps down, and was the last person to complete the minimum of 90% race distance. Richard Atwood proved to be the fastest man of the race, posting a time of 1 minute 28.1 on the final lap of the race. Welcome to the magnificent Monaco street circuit, where a lap starts off with a long run into turn 1, Saint-Devote, a medium speed right-hander that goes up the hill, and into Massenet, a medium speed left-hander. This leads into Casino, a medium speed right-hander with a very nasty bump on the exit. We now go down the hill and into Mirabeau, a slow right-hander, and from here we continue downhill and into Station Hairpin. Next up is Portier, a tight right-hander that leads into the tunnel, a unique feature only found on this circuit. This itself leads into the Port Chicane, a tight yet fast left-right chicane, undoubtedly the most dangerous corner on the track. From here we head into Tabac, a slow left-hander, and after a short sprint we find ourselves in the final corner of the track, the Gazometer, a very tight 180-degree right-hand hairpin, which brings us around onto the main straight, and that is a lap around the Monaco street circuit. So here we are in qualifying for the Monaco Grand Prix, and as you can see, like with the previous few seasons, the AI is super slow in qualifying here at the Monaco, and well, since that's the case, I'm going to skip qualifying entirely, except for this little footage to show you that I'm not actually lazy. I'm not skipping it because I'm lazy. I'm skipping it because there's no real point in trying to qualify. I can't drive like 50 kilometers per hour for the qualifying like the AI does. Anyway, here are the previous Grand Prix winners in Monaco. We haven't won here in quite a long time, so it's kind of hopefully it will happen today. Anyway, Pedro Rodriguez starting from first with X in third, fourth John Surtees, fifth is Bruce McLaren, followed by Joe Siffert in sixth. In seventh we have Jean-Pierre Beltois, followed by Jock Connerin in 8th. In 9th we have Graham Hill. Kurt Ahrens Jr. is 10th. Starting from 11th is Richard Atwood. Pierre Scarich 12th. 13th Lucien Bianchi. 14th is Bobby Unser. Joe Bonnier 15th. 16th Silvio Moser. 17th is Jackie Stewart. Chris Amon 18th. 19th is Johnny Servos Gavin. Jackie Oliver 20th. Vic Elford is 21st, 22nd is Dan Gurney, 23rd Brian Redmond, 24th Ludovico Scarfiotti, 25th Jack Brabham, 26th John Love, 27th is Dave Charlton, 28th Henry Pescarolo, 29th is Bill Brack, 30th is Joe Schlesser, 31st is Derek Bell, and Andy Higgs starting from 32nd, obviously, since we haven't qualified. So that is the grid lineup for today's Monaco Grand Prix, and hopefully things will go well. I can already tell you that this time around the replay file didn't crash the game when I was trying to load it, so I did manage to capture footage of all the retirements, and since this is the Monaco Grand Prix, obviously there are going to be a lot of retirements. So yeah, this is one of those races. Anyway, there was a pretty slow start on my end, but obviously I wasn't too worried about that, and as you saw, I almost crashed into the AI. They were so slow going into Saint-Devote, and here's a replay of the start. Everyone pulls away as I kind of take my time and give myself enough space so that I don't crash into anyone as we now race towards Sun Devot, and more cars from here on out will begin to have wings. And I guess we can cue the music as we take a look at all the retirements thanks to the AI being incredibly smart. So yeah, what can I say, really? It's your standard, it really is your standard Monaco Grand Prix and F1 challenge, so it's nothing out of the ordinary, I would say. That's an interesting shape for Graham Hill's Lotus. The rear end is really weird how it looks. But okay, you know, it's Colin Chapman, so it was designed by Colin Chapman, so it should be good. Generally what he touches turns into gold, or so. or so I'm told, at least. And that was kind of a weird crash. He drove straight into that scaffolding there. I'm not quite sure how he or why he didn't try to avoid it, but oh well. And we continue seeing even more retirements. That was quite an interesting... Oh, and he's still trying to go, but he phases through the wall, and Gavin is out of the race as well. And I really don't know what to say at times like these. I mean, you run out of things to say when the same things happens over and over again. But I guess this is kind of why you guys come here, to see mass retirements on the part of the AI. I mean, whatever happened there, I have no idea. Physics. How does it work, right? And that was John Love. And fun fact, despite the fact that he retired, his car is actually going to cause even more crashes quite soon, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, we are still obviously pretty much retired. And yeah, I think this is the part where John Love's Team Gunston car causes a bunch of other retirements. We see the car kind of in the middle of the road there. I'm not quite sure why it's there. It should be obviously in the pits, although I presume someone crashed into it and brought it into the middle of the track. Maybe we'll see a replay of that. What's intriguing to me is the fact that no one is actually trying to avoid it. In fact, it looks like most cars are intentionally driving into it. I'm not quite sure what's happening there. And there it is. Henry Pescarolo crashed into the Team Gunston car and brought it onto the track, and that's what's causing all these retirements. And again, I have no idea why the AI isn't trying to avoid crashing into that car. They're just going at full speed, and whatever. I give up. I really give up trying to make sense of what the AI is doing. Oh, he's off the map as well. Obviously, we still have retirement. Wow, that was kind of weird. Why didn't he try to slow down a bit more? I have no idea. Oh boy. And of course you'd do that. I mean, it's not like going 2 meters further would be very bad for you, right? And anyway, I managed to screw up at lap 16 here. I was trying to go through Massanet there. I went too wide. I touched the curb on the outside, which somehow flipped my car upside down. I should have retired immediately after that, because after that you wouldn't really continue. After an incident like that, you wouldn't really continue. However, I decided to try and get back my car. Then someone crashed into me, my engine died, and that's when I decided, okay, that was enough. And here's a replay of that. Once again, I touched the curb on the outside there. That somehow flips my car. I'm not quite sure how, but okay, whatever. And here I am trying to turn the car around. Again, I should have just retired before all of this, but I guess it's better that I try to get the car out of the way. And here is Pierce Courage, who looks like he actually intentionally drove into me. It's like he knew where my car was, and he said, "Okay, I had enough. I don't want to don't want to race anymore. Let's crash," or something. I don't know. I really don't understand this AI most of the time, so I don't think it's prudent to try and make sense of what it's doing. And this is another interesting little retirement. He crashed into that scaffolding and he decided to go a little bit further. Anyway, here we are on the final lap as we see Bruce McLaren coming around to win the Monaco Grand Prix, and then proceeds to crash straight into the wall, because that's what you do. And here are all the retirements. Only 4 people managed to win this race, so 28 retirements. That's quite a lot of people. Unfortunately, we are among them as well. And I think it was kind of my fault that I retired. I should have been a bit more careful. Probably braking a little bit earlier into the corner would have helped, but well, I didn't have the foresight then, so that is that. Anyway, let's move on. And here are the career statistics. This was Andy's 164th Grand Prix. His best start is from first, has 16 pole positions, has set 29 fastest laps. His best finishes in first, has completed 100 races, 77 of them in the points, has won 44 Grand Prix, 4 at the Indianapolis 500, 6 in Monaco, has 8 championships under his belt, has scored a total of 521 points, has retired 64 times, has experienced 3,425 out of 4,297 laps, has 8 bronze trophies, 16 silver trophies, 44 gold trophies, and as an extension, 44 podiums. And here is a quick look at the championship standings. Ludovico Scarfiotti sharing the lead with Jackie X and Bruce McLaren, Silvio Moser, Pedro Rodriguez and Graham Hill fighting for 4th. The last person with points is John Surtees down in 16th, Andy Higgs is down in 30th, and bringing up the bottom of the driver standings is Mario Andretti in 38th. So those are the driver standings. Let's now move on to the constructors, where we have Cooper Car Company, Bruce McLaren, Motor Racing and Scuderia Ferrari sharing the lead. Then we have Charles Vogel and Team Lotus sharing 4th, Team Lotus Motorsports and Rec Parnell Racing sharing 6th. The last team to have scored points are Honda Racing in 13th, BMW are 20th, and bringing up the bottom of the constructor standings are Caltex Racing Team down in 21st. So that was the Monaco Grand Prix, a pretty standard race, I would say, by this point. I mean, I guess if after 19 seasons you didn't expect this outcome, then I don't know what to say to you, really. I mean, yeah, I guess there were like a handful of seasons, like 2 seasons, maybe 1 season where more AI managed to finish the race, but I think that's more of an outlier situation than the norm. So the norm is for 90% of the grid to retire for whatever dumb reason the AI decides to. Anyway, our next race is the Belgian Grand Prix. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, it's one of my favorite tracks, so hopefully we'll do well there. We generally do, unless we crash or retire or do something very, very dumb to cause a retirement on my end, but we'll have to wait and see how things go there. But that is it for this video. Don't forget to vote for next season's team. Link is in the description. Also, don't forget to keep sending in your name suggestions for Andy's son. Obviously, the rules are the same as stated previously. Only 1 name per user. And keep in mind to type name suggestion in the comment to make it easier for myself to find the comments when I need them at the end of the season. But yeah, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, stay sharp.